black cats got Dave N. The white hats, they got Doug. The Google search engine has...
Hey!
Hello! Welcome to the Jim and Ann Show.
So, Jim and Ann.
Jim and Ann Show.
We should practice more.
Ho, ho, ho. Alright, so today we're going to talk about...
reputation management and most specifically reviews management.
Reviews.
Huge.
I spoke at a conference 2 weeks ago for vacation home rental companies and talked a lot about reviews for them because not a lot of them are doing reviews right or responding to them correctly and getting mad at trolls that leave bad reviews and not making them happy. So I thought we'd go over a little bit of that with people as well because reviews are really important, and at Ninjas we can help as well. Wink, wink. So here's a little stats for you. So again, this was for this was based around vacation home rentals that I originally talked about this. There's a lot of stuff about hotels, but the average number of reviews for a hotel is 238. So that's actually not a big... I don't think it's a big number. You know, I'd expect that 3 years from now, that number's going to be many, many times that amount.
Have you ever left a review for the hotel?
Yes.
I've never done that.
No?
I read them all the time.
I should. I'd probably have a really good TripAdvisor account if I did.
Yeah, I travel a lot, but I just a lurker. So
but you use them though. Like you were telling me before the meeting.
Yes, that's my point. Not everyone is actually leaving them, but everyone is reading them.
Exactly. Everyone's reading them. In fact, the percent of travelers who find a user reviews important was 81%. Yeah, a very high percentage. And travelers who won't book a hotel room without a review was 49%. So no reviews.
Yeah, one of those.
Half the people aren't booking, at least for hotels.
It's always weird to see a hotel without a review.
It's true.
I would never book there.
Yeah. Percent of travel reviews that were written by women is 53%. About half. Here's another stat. A 1 point increase in a hotel's average user rating on a 5-point scale. So for example, going from like a 3.8 to a 4.8, it makes the potential customer 13.5% more likely to book that hotel. Another one is more than 1/3 of consumers will not book a hotel room without reading the reviews first. And 90% of travelers avoid booking hotels that are labeled as dirty in online reviews. So, here's an interesting one. A negative review or comment on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube can lose companies as many as 30 customers. I don't quite know where that stat exactly comes from, but you can lose people. And customers were willing to pay 38% more for a 5-star rated hotel than for a 4-star related hotel. So if you're a 4-star, people are willing to spend 38% more if you were a 5-star. That's a pretty big increase. And here's one of my favorite ones, is that customer reviews are significantly more trusted, nearly 12 times more, than the descriptions that come from the manufacturers. So if you have a hotel or a product and you're like, hey, this is a great product, and some schmuck writes something that says this is not a good product, they're 12 times more likely to believe that person than what you say about your website. That's a really big thing. People, they make all the claims they want. What people really believe is what other people say about you. And if you run searches for your brand or your area in Google, especially your brand, if you run a search for your brand in Google, you're going to see probably a bunch of the results have star ratings on them. If you have Google reviews as well, that's going to show over on the right-hand side. So the reviews are incredibly visible. As well as from an SEO standpoint, Google is trying to get the sentiment in one sense, and it would not. I don't think it would surprise any SEO to, if someone has 100 reviews and all of them are 1 star, that's probably taken into account, as opposed to if you have 100 reviews and you got a lot of 4 and 5 stars into account. So at the conference as well, I went over I picked on the hotel that I was staying at. I'm not going to mention what the hotel was, but I looked at how they were responding to reviews. And, I think one of the first things that I noticed is people that leave a good review, this isn't uncommon, a lot of people just let it sit. Like, they say thanks inside of their head. Oh, cool, it's a nice 5-star review. That's wonderful, and they don't say anything. People write big long reviews, and if someone has taken the time to write a big long review, reply, say thank you so much. I really appreciate that input. We're looking forward to see you again. Like, make a nice acknowledgement, because you're trying to create loyal customers, and if this person was loyal enough to write a really good review for you, it's going to mean so much more when you respond back like, wow, they listen to me, they really do love me, I'm going to go back to that place. If they just,
and I will recommend that to friends.
Yeah, and recommend to friends,
Facebook,
and
YouTube.
but
there was a funny story that I forgot what the hotel was, but that story went viral when there was a dad with a kid who was staying in the hotel, and the kid forgot his favorite toy there. And then they returned home, and then there was a huge drama. They somehow called that hotel. They couldn't find the toy, and then in a few days, that toy comes in the mail, but not just the toy, but also it's the toy's travel photos.
Oh.
Like they really did an effort, and they put it in the background of all those sites and took pictures like that toy was traveling, and they sent everything that to the customer, and that story went viral. So
Wow.
that's the purpose.
Yeah, that's thank people that be really nice to people.
I'm
thank
sure
people.
that dad will be recommending that hotel, that
Sure he will.
will
and-
go
and
above
everyone-
and beyond to make that spread.
And now I want to stay at that hotel. I think both of us have had kids lose their favorite thing on a trip.
That's a huge drama all the time.
And so yeah, like, even if you get a really nice review, you should respond and thank them. It's going to mean a lot to them. So letting the good reviews just sit there isn't good. Good reviews, respond to. I pulled up another one where someone had a negative review, and they said, hey, all this stuff is bad, and the response from the hotel was, contact this guy, he'll help you out. That was pretty much, you can contact Bob Smith at bsmith at the hotel, and that's it. And it's like, why are you even responding? Like, if you wouldn't want to go to a complaint list if you were physically at that hotel and have them be like, well, email this guy. You'd be like, no, I want to speak to that guy right now. I want resolution on it. Not, well, you got a complaint, email this guy. Like, the least if you're handling the social media or the reviews, like, go to that guy, get a response, go in and post that response, or post a follow-up. Hey, I heard you talked to Bob, and Bob says everything is wonderful. But it's like, it lets other people know if you're looking at a hotel or something and you see some negative reviews. Do you just want to see contact this email? Or do you want to see, hey, this issue was resolved? You spoke to Bob. I hear Bob made you happy. Do you think you might want to change your rating of the review? Here's something extra to give you for what you didn't like.
And that would actually change not for that person who is in trouble, but for all those people who read those.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just read, hey, email this guy, I probably probably not staying in that hotel.
Here was another one of the hotel's responses where someone complained, and the hotel responded back with, what's your email? And this is on Facebook, actually. And it's like, the person actually put their email down there. But it's like, people don't want to...
It's private.
Exactly. Like, the person shouldn't have posted their email to the website reviews.
Yeah, I've seen on Facebook, someone shared after the PopCon, someone was traveling back and their flight was delayed, so they tweeted it to the company. And they responded right away, it's all fine, you're not going to miss your connecting flight, we've taken care. So by knowing the name, they were able to put without any questions. They just put together the solution and they tweeted right away. So no extra questions asked. Sometimes in many cases you can identify the person just by name. So why ask for the private information in public?
Yeah. I mean, just take care of it and respond back with the answer. I mean, yeah. I'm looking at this at a negative review here, and so is everyone else. Again, people are 12 times more likely to believe the negative review than what you say about your site. And you just going in and being like, well, what's your email? Like, no, that the next person that goes in and looks at it, again, that's not good enough. You need to solve it or get back on the thread and be like, all right, we emailed you. Sounds like everything works out. You're happy. I'm looking at another. So I'm just going through some negative reviews from this particular hotel. These people did not like the hotel at all. I'm not going to read the whole review. And the company wrote back with kind of some interesting thing. As I notice, every single response starts out with the same 2 lines, and they all start out with hello, name. Your feedback is very important to us. Period. Yada yada. It's like it starts out with the same first 2 lines for every single negative review, and it's like if you're going through the negative reviews, you're like, oh great, it doesn't look good to use a template either. Like, oh, this is how they respond to their negative reviews with this freaking template. Like, no, that's not making people happy as well. And on this particular one, they say, again, they start out with it's like a templated response, appreciate your feedback, appreciate your time, contact Bob Smith again. This time, there's no dot between the B and the Smith like there was in the last time, and so, nothing, it doesn't look like anything really got resolved, probably because there's supposed to be a dot in the email, which, again, the answer is not email this guy. But this was done in April, was the negative review. And then in September, the guy says, sorry to say that I don't feel there was a resolution. I'll be staying somewhere else in 2 weeks while I am in this town. So it's like when all, his negative review sat there for months. The only response was, email this guy. No, are you kidding? And then after several months, the guy's like, there's been no resolution. I'm staying somewhere else. And that just sits there for, again, people are more likely to believe this guy, 12 times more likely than what you say about yourself. Here's another negative review. It starts out with the same exact 2 lines. The response, and it really just says, thank you for your candid comments. We hope you will reconsider and give us another opportunity to impress you. So it's like someone bitched and complained about everything. And the response is, thanks for taking the time to review the feedback. We're sorry to hear it didn't meet your expectations. We take your comments seriously as they assist us in improving it. Thank you again for your candid comments, and we hope that you will reconsider to give us another opportunity. Why would someone... That's not enough. You're going to be like, oh, we take your comments seriously. Please come again. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, they bragged all over you in that review, and you're like, we take your comments seriously. Please reconsider us.
It sounds like a template.
Yeah, but even there, you're like, why would the person reconsider you? Because you told them that you take it seriously? That's why they're going to be like, oh, I wrote to them and they said they take it seriously. I'm going to go back to that hotel. No way. It's like, how much business this hotel is losing from having all these negative comments. They're losing. They're not able to charge as much. Their ratings are lower across the board. Everyone that's booking is going in and looking at the reviews and being like, well, if I got a problem, I know who to email, Bob Smith. And all of these are costing them business. And I can see some people being like, well, this guy's a habitual complainer. It wasn't that bad. He's just, was in a bad mood or whatever when they wrote it. And it's like, really, give the guy a coupon for a free weekend stay. Give him a couple days for free. I don't care if the guy's a professional complainer. That's costing you business. That's costing you so much business to have that negative review there. Like, I don't care if they're a professional complainer. It sucks. Sure, I care. No one likes it. But you know what? It's cheaper to give the guy a couple free stays and just have him change his review or delete his review or change it from a 1-star to a 5-star or just delete it than to lose all that business. Because like a great big negative review on your page, you're going to lose so much business from it. Just people may hate to hear it, but like pay them off. Pay them off. You know, give them a free stay at the hotel, buy them something, give them a free meal, do whatever it takes to get them to change the review or remove the review, or at least write a good comment after it. You know, I talked to them and I got some good resolution. They tried. They care to let other people know that if you don't like your trip either and you don't like your stay, you know, they'll bend over to help make it backwards. You know, when I was talking about the particular hotel that we were at, I kind of said, you know, this is okay. This is okay customer service. You're there in social. You're doing something. You're at least doing something. But, you know, do you want to be an okay establishment? You know, it's like everything is customer service. Everything is customer service. You're losing business because of customer service. And it's like in order to win, you've got to be better than the rest. You have to get better customer service than the rest. You can't just play with these reviews and, you know, ignore the good ones and not be like, hey, thanks, and build that branding relationship. And you can't just take the bad ones and be like, oh, email this guy. Like, you gotta show resolution. Yeah.
And it's a relatively small fix. It's not like something that's not manageable. Every hotel, like I've never seen a hotel without 1-star review. I've never seen a hotel without any negative reviews. I always click to 1-star reviews on TripAdvisor just to see how they manage that, because all people are different. Sometimes I would love the hotel, the other person would hate, but how you manage that negativity makes all the difference. It's not the huge something that you cannot.
I very often go right in and like, let's see the 1-star reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what could be my worst experience.
There are always 1-star reviews, and the answer is what is in that 1-star and how the team has managed that, how they responded, if they responded at all, if they even care.
Yeah, and if you need help with the reviews, you need help someone managing it,
monitoring.
So monitoring and managing and responding, and if it's something that, you know, needs, how do I say, if someone complains, it's, you know, we're gonna write to Bob ourselves and be like, hey Bob, here's the complaint, here's what we would suggest, here's how we'd like to handle it, here's the response. But the public response is not going to be contact Bob. Like, that would be our job, to contact Bob and be like, Bob, there's an issue, here's how we think we should solve it, here's what I would do, and, you know, let's solve it. But someone needs to monitor those, someone needs to respond to those, someone needs to know, you know, if it's something good, we can happily write nice responses, but there's certain times when things need to get escalated, and the escalation is not telling the client, email this guy. It should be like, let's just get on the phone with that guy and figure this out right now so we can respond as quickly as possible and make something bad good again, so that you don't lose a lot of money from that.
Yep.
We can help you if you need help. Don't ignore that stuff. It's important. It's really important. And
it's doable.
Yeah, it's doable. Respond to everything. Encourage people to leave reviews as well.
Yeah, that's huge.
Because with the average hotel only has 238, I just don't think that's much. For a lot of these places that I was looking at, with that one particular hotel that I was staying at, I think there was 42 Google reviews. You know, that's not hard to get a handful more, and I think there was like 3.3 star or something, and, you know, it won't be too hard to move that up to over 4 stars. And then you can charge more for the rooms, and, you know, all those, you know, that particular hotel, they had like, I don't know, 7 Facebook reviews, was it 42 Google, I forget where some of the others came from, but there weren't a whole lot on each one, and it doesn't take a lot to change those scores and those stars, but you can't just sit back and be like, we're not going to promote it. We're just gonna wait for people to tell us if they loved it or they hated it, because a lot of times, how do I say, are people more likely to say that they hate something? Like,
Yeah.
you know what would cause me to write a review? I hate to say it, but it's not going to be like, I really love that hotel. It's going to be, they pissed me off so much that I'm going to go in and give them a reputation problem. That's I've only left a couple reviews. I don't think I've left the scathing one, but I could see that if I really got upset, I would, and what I really want in the back of my mind is, to have some resolution. And if someone just said, email this guy, that's not my resolution. If they said, you know what, Jim, we are so freaking sorry. That's just terrible that all these things happened, and we are taking steps right now as I'm typing to make sure these issues never happen for anyone else, and we want to invite you back, and we're going to get you a free dinner in the dining room and 1 night free stay or 2 night free stay, and we want to ensure you that by the time you come back, none of these things would ever happen again, and we're taking it serious, and we're doing steps to fix things and make things better, and a really nice email from someone that is associated with a company can go a long ways. And if you don't, it's costing you money. It's costing you money in lost purchases and no purchases, and you're not able to charge as much because your reviews aren't as good. If you had a whole bunch of reviews, you can charge more. Like, it's great, and that's what everyone says. Almost everyone.
Yeah. Fix it. Fix it now.
Fix it. Or call us. We'll help you. All right.
Bye.
Hello. Welcome to another edition of...
Jim and Show. Let's do it again.
I think we got a blooper.
I forgot the
name.
name.
I love the bloopers at the end of the videos, too. There's going to be videos at the end of the blooper. All right, so...
Again.
All right. Welcome to...
Jim and Show!
Yay! All right, I am Jim Boykin, the CEO of Internet Marketing Ninjas, and
Smarty, the brand and community manager of Internet Marketing Ninjas.